Hello, wow, and today we have some huge news coming up from Godot. So, on Blue Sky or BSKY, I don't know, a user called Godot Steam, they were updating about stuff about their upcoming really awesome add-on called Godot Steam. It's a really amazing add-on, and actually it actually like streamlines the process between Godot and Steam, Valve's monstrous gaming platform, which is always awesome. And they were updating about and stuff, and someone commented, when are you can release a paid version on the Godot asset store? And they said, but where is the asset store? So someone said, tagged Emmy, which is who is one of the Godot team members or developers, I don't know, and they actually replied by giving a link to the new Godot asset store. So let's go ahead to the beta Godot asset store. Now be sure to understand that this is actually in beta or beta, I don't know, English not good, but the store looks amazing. It's amazing. Now for a person like me who's entirely dedicating to myself to exploring Godot add-ons and Godot plugins that make people's process better, it's an heaven. I always say that paid might not be sound good, like it doesn't sound good to everyone, but it is ultimately the best way for asset store, company, game engine tool, a software to get the best quality stuff. No matter what you do, there are so many people that will create their stuff for free, and there will be people who are really talented but wouldn't waste their time on just creating free asset for broke people. Everyone wants money, everyone needs money to survive, so not everyone can afford to give their child, I would say, like a software like Godot Steam. It's a amazing software, and if like softwares like Dialog Manager is a really powerful software, and Dialogic, and these are software that might be able to give for free, but at some point in the development the developer will think that I think that's enough for updating because I cannot keep doing this anymore. But instead, if the developer is earning something from the store, they will consider keep working on it since they are earning a little bit from that. So I think investing on tools is never bad, and having a commercial library is amazing, and I am all for it. And I would not hear any argument about this being a bad idea. Maybe if you have any thoughts, leave them in the description, but for the most part I would say that it's a pretty darn good idea. And let's go ahead and look at some other asset stores. For example, we have the marketplace.com, and it's a pretty okay place as well. You get some really cool assets going here, rush billing, the root store billing, and get some platform archives, get some assets, art assets. I mean, Godot does have a library, which is this Godot asset library, but this is mostly filled with plugins, and it's not a bad thing, not a bad thing at all. But the thing is, we also need assets that are available for the Godot game engine. We want people to be able to access these stuff, and through the game engine directly. For example, we had some card manager and stuff like here. This is the Godot assetstore.org, not the official one. This is a third-party service, and you can see you get a bunch of assets as well. And this is site-wide 10-ton creation, so third-party site as I said. And of course we have the Fab, which is a fabulous, yeah, such a good joke. But to be honest, the only thing about Fab that makes me not feel good about it is this. I mean, I know Quixel was free some time ago, but them making Quixel paid is just, oh my god, it hurts. It really just hurts. And if like this thing is $2 each, then no way someone is using Quixel in the future. Hopefully and thankfully I do have those assets claimed. I don't know if I have account on Fab, but I did like claim those Quixel assets when they were available, so we should be able to use them in my future video games without paying. So here's the roadmap. So first of all, we're gonna have better search functionality. Of course, we're gonna have like search on the latest update. We're gonna have a creation based on creation based sorting by rank, filtering by some licensing tags and stuff, and because the current functionality is a bit limited and basic, but we're gonna have better searching and based on prices, versions, and compatibility with the Godot versions and stuff like that. Then we gonna have something really cool, which is drag and drop to install. I'm guessing they're gonna actually put this engine into the as a store into the Godot game engine and remove the previous one. Let's just give a hats off to the beautiful logo. Beautiful. I don't know whoever designed these Godot sites. They're so clean, so sleek. It's that classic Godot look. And then there's the editor. That's the shittest thing of all time. Yeah, we're gonna have the assets library in your library, which is gonna be like here when you create an account. So you can save stuff to your library, and then you can just install them from the engine directly. Then of course the main thing, buying and selling asset store on the asset store. Now I am curious how they're gonna go about this, like how they are gonna go through the uploadation process and pricing and that kind of stuff. Since if you take a Unity or stuff like that, they have approval period, like someone goes through the assets and check if they are on par with the quality of the assets, and they check all kind of jazz there. So how are these guys gonna go up for that? Because if we put people for checking the assets, that's gonna be a huge waste of Godot funds, I would say. Then of course we're gonna have asset analytics for sellers. Definitely a good feature. Currently some basic global analytics system are in place, but we'll still have exposed data relevant to each asset's creator and their admin panel and stuff like that. So good analytics gonna be there. Then of course we got better notification for things like if you got sales or something like that, or maybe stuff like that. So you can enable and disable notifications and stuff like that as well. Review count, because I would say this is the thing that makes an asset store good, because if something's paid, then you are able to give it a rating. Trust me, when there's an asset that's free, giving it a bad rating feels really bad. And I can totally guarantee this, that most people wouldn't want to do this, because come on, it's free. What else do you want from it? Or you're not paying for it. But if there's an asset that's paid, then you have filtration based on quality. Not only people upload high quality stuff so they can get money, but now we get better ratings, better stuff because people are paying money for it, so in turn getting better quality assets. So we're gonna have review scores, so just like normal rating system. And we're gonna have a discovery system, which is really important, because right now in the asset library it kind of feels lacking, because sometimes say so many good add-ons that you might have to dig through the hundreds page, and then you might find a really good add-on. But a discovery page is must, and some asset libraries are doing it a really good job, like the Godot for Godot assets for Godot is a really good library. It's got plenty of assets and good stuff here. Most of these are just repeating of the same assets, or just people just getting sketchfab assets and putting them here. That kind of trick is really happening out here, but the Godot asset library looks really polished. I would just give a hats off to them. One thing I always resented, I would say, about this is you don't know what these assets do. A short description is so much needed that I cannot emphasize this enough. We need short descriptions right here, because the asset library does have good stuff, but scraping through all of them, going one by one, is just hard as hell. So having a short description with the assets is just so much of convenience. Then let's go with the let's go asset store CLI. We're gonna read through this. So it's gonna be we are planning to making a command line interface that will allow you to upload, manage your asset from the terminal. This will be useful for those who want to automate their workflow and push new builds like systems like GitHub Actions. Wow, that's really unique and really cool stuff. Godot is always innovating, and this is such a good idea, at the very least for people you might have maybe like assets they are selling on other stores, and just want to maybe automatically update all of their stuff from other asset stores to you can just develop a system, so upload all of your assets to all these different kind of assets. Such a good idea, such a good idea. Then of course we're gonna have a mobile view for mobile sites, of course, and these are some engine improvements. So improvement that gonna be done on the engines. So you're gonna deprecate the current asset library. You're gonna have global add-ons. There are some Godot asset library add-ons available for global add-ons. So add-ons that are gonna be uploaded, like installed to every single one of your projects. Really good idea. And better GDScript and that stuff incorporability. I'm guessing this is about like some assets are made with C#, some GDScript. So getting a bit of a system in place so Godot can handle all that kind of stuff and install anything that is needed based on the scenario that's being. And I've got the asset uploader, which is really important, something that's going to be in the engine to help you upload your asset directly to the store. Definitely like the Unity stuff, but I will love this if it happens. I'm not sure if we can upload assets right now. If you click on this, I'm pretty sure it's gonna ask me to create an account. Not sure I want to do that. So you can see you're gonna be able to create an account, and you'll be able to upload your assets. Really cool background. And at the end, I would just thank Godot and the developers for creating such a good feature into the engine. I think this is going to be huge for Godot. There's going to be so much stuff on this, and really excited for this. Lovely, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.